Hi guys, today I'm gonna read for all of you. This is the story about the Treetop twins, wilderness avengers. The twins seek a scholar. The air was hot and full of noises. As you seen, animals quacked and howled from within the forest. The Treetop family have taken their time machine not back in deep time, but deep into the mountains of Vietnam, looking for one of the rarest and shyest animals in the world, the scholar. Scientists have only seen koalas in the wild a few times, said Professor Palo. Were only discovered they exist in 1992 because they are so hard to find. They are sometimes referred to as a unicorn, said Professor Penelope. Choop's eyes lit up, said, "What do they look like?" She asked. "They look like a little antelope," said Professor Pendle. With 2-point horns on the head, front of their head. I hope we find one," whispered Treetop to herself. After a while, it began to rain. The Treetop family were very tired. They had to climb up a hill. They had climbed down the hill. They splashed through streams and waded through mud. They wiggled through under the ground. Were they all wet and cold and hungry? "This is hopeless," said Afui. "I said we should go back home, back to camp and look," said Chula, pointing. "I just saw a scholar." "Where?" asked Professor Palo. "Exactly, looking around that way," said Chula. So the Treetop family chugged, dirtier and hungrier by the minute, but there was no sign of Tulip's cola. However hard they looked, "I think we should go home, Tulip." And then Professor Penelope, "Guilt. Wait, look through there," said Tulip, pointing ahead. "There it is again." "Tulip," said Professor Palo, frowning. "I saw it. Why don't you believe me?" said Tulip. But just then back there was a low barking noise. The scholar said, "Tulip," tilting up her head. There was again. The Treetop family followed the sound into a clearing just above a riverbed. And there was a skull. It was browny red color with lashes of white on its head and two horns jutting out of the top on its head. But the skull was in trouble. It was running away from a great big crocodile that had struggled out of the river, and its hooves got caught by a vine. The skull couldn't get away. The crocodile was approaching, getting nearer and nearer. But Professor Penelope wasn't going to find a extremely rare skull for the very first time and let it be eaten by a crocodile. She picked up a nearby branch and held it above her head and rushed at the crocodile, roaring loudly. The crocodile was so alarmed that it turned around and ran away to the safety of the riverbed. The rest of the Treetop family ran to help the stranded skull, but the skull was trembling bad. Clammed very Julep and Ted soaked its soft neck. Professor Paulo and Asha and Alif worked its hooves free on the vine. For the one calm minute, the skull stood there free, and then it leaped away again back to the forest as if it had never been there at long. The Treetop family were so happy they seen a skull. They cheered. Professor Paulo cleared his throat. Did anybody perhaps to take a photograph? Oh dear, they had long been so busy having the skull that no one had to take a picture. No one believed us, but we know it's true, said Julu. Nighttime in the mountains, forest of Asia, the rain had to stop and the moon was rising on the warm nighttime world. The Treetop family were sitting around their campfire having supper. I knew it. If I stayed hopeful, I'd find a unicorn in the end, said Tulip. And Tulip was right, because even when it looks like a quest, be impossible if you stay hopeful, all your dreams can come true. Scholars were discovered in 1992. They are sometimes known as the Asian unicorn. They had two horns that can grow filthy and innocent and naked. Bye bye. That's it. And subscribe.